guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've posted, but I want to show you some new gear that I'm using. First off, it's a Suhr Custom T with TV Jones Brian Setzer pickups and go to 510 bridge, traditional tele wiring that I had hooked up. Used to have a mid boost in it, got rid of that, and put a Bakelite pick guard on it. So this is, I don't know, it's just an amazing guitar. So from here into my pedal board, I'm going a Cali76 into a micro pog, the Protein V3, the Julia V2, into the Timeline, into the Bigsky, into the UA Dream, where I'm running into Logic. Completely stock, no plugins, no EQ. What you hear is what you get. So let's kind of run through the signal chain with this guitar. A very typical video. If you like watching gear rundowns, I'll try not to talk as much, but I'm gonna leave on the light plate. I'm gonna leave on the Origin Effects Cali76 Deluxe and the Dream throughout the entire video because it's my bass tone. So going to the bridge pickup on the guitar, here is my bass tone. All right, from there, we go into the pog. I use this to fatten up some lead lines, so I'll show you that in just a second. And I also do that for swells, pretty typical. Awesome. So from there we go into the Protein, which is the only overdrive you'll ever need. Having had many overdrives, I've landed on this being my desert island overdrive for sure. Here is the blue side. Without. And then you'll find some more body with the ODR1 side. And then if you take the green side along with the blue side, you're gonna hear some really great sounding punchy overdrive. Here's the green side, and then we'll throw on the blue. All right, let's put on the micro pog again to hear how it fattens up and how I might use this in kind. So that is the overdrive section of my board along with the micro pog and a little bit of delay from the Timeline. Next is the Julia V2. You know what it is. I've had the Juliana for a long time and loved it. and still love it. I would consider it my favorite chorus pedal. But I find myself only using vibrato. So having a mono vibrato is kind of where it's at for me. So here is the Julia. So I really like to use this for like ambient parts, and then of course you can use it for like chorus parts as well. If you turn up the lag just a little bit more than I had it, it gives you some really great texture to use with a bigger verb. Awesome pedal. Next we go into the timeline where I have a dotted and a quarter note delay, and I use this primarily to kind of set my BPM for each song. I've got 4 banks because I usually only play about 4 songs. And then of course I can tap them in as well. So here's the dotted eighth. And then here is the quarter. So from there, I have really only 4 reverbs that I like to use. The first one is a light plate. The next one is a bright cloud. And I'd say I use this one probably 70% of the time for worship. And then I've got 2 more. The last one is a washed verb, and I use this really for swells. And then the last one that I use is kind of like for wet pad, and it's going to be brighter, and that's because I use my tone knob to kind of roll off the highs and make it darker if I want to. So here's with everything up. And yeah, so then lastly is a little trick on the UA. I actually have the on and off switch set for tremolo. So I have a fast paced tremolo as there you have it. That is my pedal board and the guitar that I'm using. I absolutely love the fact that I get to do this and that I get to play guitar. It's one of the great gifts that God has given to us, is the ability to express emotion and love through music. And so my hope, my desire is that all that I would do, I'd honor him. And so as we change gear, as we switch guitars or pedals and all these things, never lose sight of the fact of the reality that Jesus' death on the cross was the means which God used to bring us back into a restored relationship with him. And the Bible tells us to be reconciled to the Lord. He has not counted our trespasses, our sin against us, our shortcomings, but then by believing in Jesus Christ, we would have life and life eternal. And so I just ask you, put your hope into Jesus. Thank you so much for watching this video, understanding that tone is a journey, not a destination, and I can't wait to see you next time.